Hi there. Tonight am making a video about empathy and about all of you empaths out there, and how special you are, and how at this particular time, how you really got to protect yourself and protect your light. There's a lot of people now that don't have any empathy, and uh, so much to the point that they can't take any responsibility for their actions, and they just can't see the side of someone else. They just cannot relate to them. And I think that right now, there is so much of that. There is so many people that just are only out for themselves and only care about themselves, that a lot of times those people that do have empathy and those that do care end up getting hurt. And so I wanted to talk about empaths and how they really are the light of the world. I really truly believe that an empath is a chosen from God and someone that is going to help humanity, because humanity is fallen. Things are not good here right now. And so these are your truth seekers. These are the people I know. I have so many friends on Facebook that just love the truth and just want to spread it and want people to understand what is truly going on here, and they've been lied to. And so these empaths, these people that care about other people and really want to bring to the truth to them, really are a target for those people that are the opposite, that have no empathy, that are what are considered toxic or narcissistic people. They, and see, this is what I've experienced, because I've experienced this in my life a few times now. And so, and different relationships, different kinds. And so it doesn't have to be just one kind of relationship. There's mothers, fathers, spouses, husband or spouses, people you work with, your coworkers, any of it. I mean, any people can be toxic, right? Any relationship you have can be toxic. So, I guess what I wanted to say was that if you don't understand that you are an empath, and you don't understand how really we are or people that are empaths are magnets for they're magnets for these people that are toxic or have narcissistic ways. Because when you're toxic, you're looking for that good person. You're looking for someone that can see the good in people, because they're easier to manipulate. They're much easier. So therefore, and there's much more to it. And see, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't know, am I an empath? Like, I seem to get it. Thing is, if you're getting in relationships, or you tend to be romantic a lot of the time, but not always. But if, especially if it's romantic, excuse me, and you continually keep getting with the wrong woman or the wrong kind of man, and you always think, okay, well, you're at the point where you're like, okay, well, maybe it's me. Well, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's because you're attracting a certain type of person. And so what I'm saying about an empath is, a true empath has the characteristics of being able to see themselves, to see who they truly are, to see that they have flaws. They have many flaws, but they can name them. They can name every one. And see, the reason they can name every one, because self-reflection is extremely important. Extremely important. And so if you think about that in terms of a toxic person, it's the opposite. They've built a false ego often, and they just don't see who they truly are. And so this false ego they've built has literally just taken any fault they've had and just, they're not able to see it. And so a lot of times when you get arguing with these people, if an argument comes up, it's just, it's usually difficult. It's usually, you leave your head, you just have a lot of frustration after, because whatever they're doing and whatever they're bringing to the table that's wrong, you can bet they're going to project that on you and say it's you. I mean, they could be on 1,000 medications, doing recreational drugs, and you've got one habit that you do way less often than those 100 they have, but they will bring that up to you every time, and you're the drug addict and you're the problem. Or they're the type of person that if you, in a relationship or a marriage, if they cheat on you, that when you tell them that they get mad at you and they blame, well, they teach you that you were the reason why they cheated and it was all your fault, really. And that's literally what it is. And every time that they cheat, they will totally deny it and they have no conscience. And so it's just easy. Or they're also the type that if they physically abuse you and they're drinking, they will just completely deny it. And I don't remember doing it, or it could just happen and there could be blood everywhere and people would just, you did it yourself. I didn't see you at the time because I blacked out, right? That's what happens when you drink. I didn't see you at the time, so, you did it to yourself. Or it could be many of instances like that. It's like extreme things that make you go, what? Or cheat on you with a bunch of women and then just, get angry with you. Like it just, there's no kind of boundaries as to, it's very frustrating with these people. And because, these relationships of the ones, oftentimes, long-term relationships or whatever. I mean, you can have a mother that's toxic, you can have a father that's toxic, a sibling that's toxic, and, you go through the same kind of frustrating things, But if you find yourself often in a romantic relationship with these kinds of people, or even just friends. If you become friends, like best friends with people that end up being that way, or really good friends, and you think, okay, I'm always at a falling out with my friends. I'm always at it. Why? Like maybe it is me. Well, just think, do you care? Do you really self-examine? Do you want the best for people? Do you want to make the world a better place? Or do you not like people? And are you miserable? And you are just out for yourself? And do you not self-reflect? Because, you're the best. Often these people that are toxic, the first word out of their mouth always is I or we. And they cannot see you for who you are. Because they're self-obsessed, basically, is what it is. It's self-obsession. But it's usually stemmed from the sad thing and the weird thing is it's usually stemmed from them actually having low self-esteem, if anybody understands psychology. And so the self-persona is a way to build themselves up. But I'm telling you, if you were an empath, and I'm done here, I'm just about finished because I didn't mean for this to be this long. If you were an empath, or if you are one of those people that love the elderly and love to see a baby, or you have felt the misery of a mother miles away when you heard she lost her child, you never met her, and you mourn her for weeks on end. Or you work at a care home, a nursing home like I used to, and you you were the type that whether you could pay for it or not, the dying resident with no family, you would sit with them, whether it didn't matter if you were going to get paid or not, kind of thing, because they needed you. If you're the type of person that can see others, if you're the type of person that often gets recognized as someone that someone else knows, and someone that someone can relate to, someone that will go deep into conversations with you at parties and you've never even met them, you're an empath. You're chosen by God to do something special, and that is usually spreading the truth and the light in this world. And it's very important right now. So protect it. Protect it. Walk away from these people if you can. Learn how to deal with them. Learn how to deal with them. There is a way, because they're not going to change. Self-reflection. If you can't self-reflect, you're not going to change. You got to learn how to deal with them. Or if you can't deal with them, protect yourself. You are very important. Good night.